see that a lot tonight. Again, a huge night for her on Friday night. Careers and block and hitting percentage.
Away we go from Durham. Blue Devils have the opening serve. Good pancake there by Nikki Quinn. Battle at the net, and Wake Forest on the board first. The rookie Hawkins, Khalees Hawkins, with the kill, and Wake Forest with the first point of the match.
You're going to see a big presence for Wake Forest at the net. They're kind of like a all ACC when you look at them across the front line there. Khalees Hawkins, as well as Legita.
Farrell puts it in play. Elo in the middle, unable to terminate. An attack for Crawford. She'll be the go-to attacker for Wake Forest this afternoon, having a phenomenal career. Can't forget about Zubcevic for the Blue Devils as well. Had a big night on Friday, but it's Wake Forest off to a nice start. The first 2 points in the match of the Demon Deacons. Trying to bounce back is Wake Forest after that 3-set loss at North Carolina on Friday.
Yeah, it was a tough win. Chapel Hill, number 25 right now in the nation. So a hard-fought loss. And really, Coach saying it all come down to kind of that consistency factor and really everyone kind of firing in one set.
Wake Forest with the service error there. You mentioned the Wake Forest coach. There's Jeff Holzmeyer in his first year in Winston-Salem, longtime assistant coach at Florida State. You see his track record as a head coach. Really enjoyed the conversation with him, and he seems like he's got a great handle on the direction of this program.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell he's a perfect Wake Forest fit. He's a very successful head coach, but he's got depth and he's got a lot of talent and a lot of buy-in with his group right now.
Big swing, and it's 3-0 Wake Forest as Sadie Peck puts the Demon Deacons on the board, 3-1.
Yeah, she's another one. You'll hear her name a lot from the right side. She's just got a really quick jump, a quick release, and she's got a lot of great energy just as a freshman.
You know what I loved when we were talking with Coach Holzmeyer? He said that Peck has a mind like a goldfish.
I love that. I'm like, can I have one like that too? I thought that was an unbelievable comparison.
Blocked out, and the Blue Devils back on the board, saying that, you know, she just grinds. The errors don't bother her, just moves on to the next play. It's really that next play mentality.
Yes. Well, and those are the most successful athletes,
Sure.
right? Like, they have that growth mindset. They have the ability of like, yeah, I got it, no problem. And already as a freshman playing so free, I love that for her.
Hamlin puts it in play for the Blue Devils. A missed serve, a missed set by Winston-Salem. And now Zubcevic with her first chance of the afternoon. And Ashby Zubcevic off a career-high 21 kills on Friday night. Ties it up for the Blue Devils early in the first set. There's Jolene Nagel in her 27th season as the Duke head coach, trying to get her Blue Devils to a 2-0 start in ACC play.
Yeah, obviously so happy to get that home win on Friday night to start conference play. You could just see how elated she was after that victory.
Crawford again, had it blocked. Zoe Gillen-Malveaux, the rookie, who was a big part of Duke's block on Friday night.
Her presence at the net was totally felt. Also had 6 kills on Friday night as well. That was a big improvement. It was a point of emphasis last week in practice that Duke capitalized on.
Crawford again, short arms that one into the net, and Duke has the lead. Paige Crawford, 10 kills at Carolina on Friday night. She's the team leader, 138 kills so far this season. And Wake Forest going to rely on Crawford to be the go-to scorer this afternoon.
Yeah, 2-time All-ACC member. She is so used to this team. This program is called on constantly for her, and just a tremendous career she has had.
Doing a little bit of everything for the Demon Deacons, and now maybe feeling like she doesn't have to do it all for this club.
Yeah, and I think that should relieve her a little bit. Obviously, has over 1,000 kills in her career, but she's got really good, talented freshmen now, and she can kind of relax a little bit and just let the game come to her.
How about the play in the middle for Wake Forest? Shania Williams, the Mississippi State transfer, giving the Demon Deacons a tie here in the opening set.
Yeah, she's another one that just brings a lot of good experience coming from Mississippi State. Finally found a good home for her. Getting another great presence at the net.
Tough ball to handle. Gilliam-Malveaux had it dug out. Now Zubcevic to the back row for her second kill.
Zubcevic, just a freshman, but is learning how to take care of overpass balls. Right down the middle.
Double-figure kills in back-to-back matches for Zubcevic. Career highs in both. Mentioned the 21 she had against NC State on Friday, 16 against Davidson previous to that.
Yeah, and I think obviously as a freshman, she's getting the time, she's getting the reps. I think, as noted earlier, even in the open, the serve.
Yeah,
The serve.
16 errors by the Blue Devils on Friday night. Would have been a much more comfortable win for Coach Nagel's team had Duke been able to serve a little more consistent.
Well, and I think that you've got to find another way to get it done. And it was, you lost so many points on the table.
What a scramble there by Glass. Nice job just to get it over for Duke. And now Wake Forest unable to terminate Williams with the block.
Williams also had a phenomenal outing Friday night, and just kind of her sophomore, look at this! Kind of a little smarter there, had to readjust, get a little bit tighter, kind of follow that ball. That's what you got to do with a block. Be disciplined, press high and over.
Remember the ACC all-freshman team a season ago? Now it's Mylan Godshaw who has the service honor. Served in to Crawford, and in the middle, an easy put away for Khalees Hawkins.
Khalees Hawkins, just a freshman. You know, it's hard too, being a freshman. Game goes a little bit faster this first time through, but she's been a big surprise to Jeff Holzmeier and how well she has done, already making an impact.
When do you think the game starts to slow down for a freshman? Or is it different depending on the athlete?
Yeah, it does. It's going to be totally different for every single person. Game experience also, games are totally different than practice.
Taylor Williams with another kill. And the Blue Devils lead by 1. I think you saw that with his Duke team some last year, in particular Taylor Williams, who just had to grind her way.
Yes.
This whole team as rookies and had to grind their way through the ACC slate, and paying off for Duke here early in conference play.
Yeah, you learn as you go, and especially a freshman who's getting playing time, they're obviously going to learn even faster. And you're just having to make those adjustments, and you're just growing through the entire process.
Baker sets the middle. Glass punches it over and finds a seam. Headsy play by the rookie, Charlotte Glass.
Charlotte Glass already showing a high IQ for volleyball. How about find those corners?
Nearly an ace for the Blue Devils. Gotcha on the back row. Glass sets it up. Williams with the right hand. Sliding over Farrell to keep it alive. Back row attack, Crawford had it blocked. Wake resets. It's Crawford again. Dumped over. Farrell there again for the Deeks. Good rally brewing, and it's in. Wake Forest with the point.
Sadie Peck brings so much from the right side. Look, going line right here. She turns her body. Abel kind of turns her wrist a little bit. It is a difficult swing, but she knows how to find it.
Pulls Wake Forest to within 1. Legita serving for the Deeks. And Gazielo short-armed that one, a hitting error for the Blue Devils. Really an unforced error as well. And the Demon Deacons hanging around.
And not typical for her. Again, a really strong hitting percentage for her Friday night. It's where you just kind of have to have a short-term memory loss and say next play.
Patricia Legata out of Poland. The Chicago State transfer gets the first ace of the night. And Coach Holzmeier thought that was going to be a big key for Wake Forest so they could have a lot of success at the service line.
Yeah, I mean, Legita was a great get, obviously, from the transfer portal. Even recruiting her, you know, she had played against Louisville. She played against some big-time teams when she was at Chicago State, and he's like, look, you're going to be able to play against the best of the best. She wants to play professional after this, and he said it was an easy sale getting her to Wake Forest.
Avery Hamlin had it blocked. Williams to the back row. That's tipped. Another point for Wake Forest. Legita has really done a nice job settling in, says Coach Holzmeier. Played on the Polish U21 team and did miss some time in the preseason, and now they're trying to get her going. You see the fast start that she got off to. Would love to see that hitting percentage start to turn around.
No doubt. And I think he has a lot of confidence in her. I think her best volleyball is still there. I think all athletes and all players, it just takes time to get adjusted to a new system. And that was something big Coach Holzmeier spoke to us about. Everyone getting adjusted to his system and things of that nature. And obviously, she's a 6 rotation player too. Yep. So let's also acknowledge that. She's not just in the front row, but she is a 6 rotation, 6'3" player that's also in the back row.
And perhaps missing some time in the preseason playing for the Polish team slowed that growth a little bit. No slowing the Deacons down here in the first set. They're tied at 11 after another big swing. And you look at Wake Forest record. First we look at the replay here.
A great side again going to Sadie Peck. I'm telling you what, as a freshman, she has such a quick release and a quick punch from the right side.
A little long there. Wake Forest takes the lead. We're talking with Coach Holzmeyer about the non-conference, and Wake Forest 6-6. They dropped that game at North Carolina on Friday night. But he said, we could have gone after it and tried to win a few more games in the non-conference. But he was really about implementing his systems in his first year.
Yeah, and I think they're so wise. There's a lot of wisdom in that. And he was kind of zooming out, if you will. Another great kill right there from Zubcevic for the Blue Devils. But yeah, Coach Holzmeyer, he wanted to just really see, like, how can his team learn his system and how can they really try to establish some things long term. Less about winning against the ECUs and people of that nature, but he was very pleased with his non-conference and how they grew.
Sadie Peck having a monster opening set for the Deacons. That's her 4th kill already, and Wake Forest with the lead.
I'm telling you, she's got a quick follow through. I mean, you can just see right here. First of all, it is so difficult for Malveaux to get all the way over there and then don't realize that Sadie Peck is just leaping at such a fast rate.
Quinn setting it up for Hamlin. A little finesse shot from Avery Hamlin to tie it up.
She had some deceptive kills also on Friday night and just a really strong presence when she's on the floor.
Hamlin, really impactful to your point for the Blue Devils the other night. 3 kills in that win over NC State. Came in and was big at the service line for the Blue Devils. Zubcevic had that one tipped and results in a point for Duke. And obviously, it'll be different as ACC play goes along for Zubcevic, knowing that she's going to become the focal point of the scouting report.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be interesting. Obviously, for Wake Forest as well, you've got Paige Crawford, who has been that name her entire career. She's going to have to adjust, right? And as a freshman, you're kind of new. You're a surprise. She's going to have to adjust and be adaptable to, what the other side gives her.
Crawford, and it's blocked again by the Blue Devils. Zoe Gillen-Malveaux making balance for a first-year head coach of going through the portal versus using the existing roster. It's been a really nice balance for Wake Forest so far this year. Off the block, it was out that time. One of the few times so far today we've seen the Blue Devils with a blocking error. Wake Forest 2 within 1, and what's been a very entertaining opening set.
It really has. Back and forth, a lot of good touches. The block has been present as well. But I mean, again, we are point for point, both sides.
Crawford to serve. Served into Godshaw. The set is a missed set. And it will work out, though, for Duke. Just a tough ball for Zubcevic to handle. It may be Wake Forest a little too aggressive.
Yeah, those are always tough ones. Those 50-50 balls, if you will. Those are always some tough ones. And then that one right there in favor of the Blue Devils.
Olaji checking in for Wake Forest. The sophomore out of Atlanta. And now Zubcevic ready to serve. At the net, tipped back. Oh, big swing in the middle, but Duke right there to recover. Now Wayne nearly into the net. And that long from Lajita. That whole rally seemed just a little disjointed.
It was a little messy, okay? Just a little messy.
Duke's taking a 3-point lead.
But there's no challenge, I'll take it.
And how about that ace? A really powerful serve from the rookies.
Oh, that's right. And it at one point too, I think he had like a Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. He joked. He's like, this is like a baseball type of non-conference, and you know what? But he said it's better than beating up on your own players.
Wake down 4, make it 3 as the Blue Devils couldn't keep that one in. And it certainly seems like Duke is more cognizant of trying to work through their middles this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a huge difference factor on Friday night for them. They were. I mean, I think Elo and Gillen Malveaux, they were the difference factor for them and how they were able to be successful versus State.
Wayne, another freshman for Duke. Gottschall over to play it. Dumped over. Here's Taylor Williams. Wayne setting it now once again for Williams, who finds a soft spot and gives the Blue Devils a 4-point lead.
Taylor Williams, she can go power, then she can go finesse. I love a little roll shot to mix it up a little bit, especially when the defense is on their heels.
Williams had 11 kills against NC State on Friday, including 3 consecutive kills. Big part of that third set that helped get the Blue Devils some momentum.
Yeah, she was a big factor in that set, helping them really kind of put that stamp on their victory Friday night. Kind of showed a little bit of some responsibility and really helped her team get that victory.
Blue Devils also survived a bunch of serving miscues like the one they just had. Wake Forest still in it, down 3. Williams reaches back and had it blocked out. And Duke perhaps closing in on a first set victory.
This is a great game plan as well. Wake Forest, big at the net, very strong at the net. Also, they can be undisciplined there. Easy way to tool and get a kill.
Dug out by Gottschall. Williams, tremendous play, Lila Jala. Now, Legita unable to finish. Gottschall with a tremendous effort. Williams free balls it over. Big swing is tipped, and Peck puts the Deeks back on the board.
Sadie Peck again, the freshman, the right side. Tell you what, that quick follow through for a reason. How about that dig from Gottschall? Put her on ESPN. And how about this, a one blocker. She knew exactly where to go.
Legita to serve. Legita led Chicago State in kills a year ago. In the middle, off the tip, and it works out for the Demon Deacons. Hawkins involved in the fray again for Wake.
Elise Hawkins, just another big presence at the net. Biggest surprise from Coach Holzmeyer. Also played a lot of basketball. I think she decided late in high school to finally really hone in on volleyball. I love a good multi-sport athlete.
Avery Hamlin, blocked, and Wake to within 1.
Big time energy in this front row, trying to push it outside. Sadie Peck being disciplined at the block, having high hands, and right back down.
Wajida serving for the tie. Williams puts the Blue Devils up 2. Taylor Williams has become the stopper for the Blue Devils in this first set, breaks a 3-0 Wake Forest run.
Yeah, and I love spreading her and spreading their offense from pin to pin. And kind of sophomore now, she knows what she's doing. Kind of those freshman jitters are kind of out.
Williams serves it in. Peck. Oh, what a first set for Sadie Peck. Her 6th kill already.
Yeah, she is now becoming the Paige Crawford from the left side to the right side. Almost a sure kill every time.
Wake Forest down 1. Here's Farrell on the service line. Bit of an overpass there. Hamlin flips it over. Farrell. And down the line for Fish to tie it at 21.
And you want to win the ones you can. You want to be able to control what is right in front of you.
Hamlin, had it tipped, and it's Duke who has the advantage. Particularly when you have matches at home from a Duke's standpoint.
Well, and every coach we spoke to last week, everyone said it is tough to win in Cameron Indoor.
It's the style of play that Duke really forces you to play as well. Elo, that line drive serve. Hamlin over to play it, and then nobody home for the Blue Devils. Wake Forest has tied it up. Coach Nagel talked with us before the match on Friday about how this team really needs to communicate better.
I know. Well, in Exhibit A,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Those are the ones that are those points that you literally almost hand over, where it's so easy. All you had to do was who's going to communicate more, who's going to be the loudest voice on the floor. And I think that's what she's been looking for. Who's going to step up, who's going to kind of fill that void. And that's why she's had a lot of depth, and that's why their lineup has been really, really deep so far.
I'm probably still looking for certain players in certain spots to step up and just grab that role as well. Here's Zubcevic. Oh, what a powerful swing, and nothing that Farrell could do with that one. Fifth kill for Zubcevic.
Yeah, and Farrell being one of the most talented liberos in the country. Zubcevic nailed that one.
Took out a little frustration with that swing.
She's like, I'm going to get that point back.
Duke by one, late opening set. Godshaw plays that one. Williams bumps it up for Zubcevic. Blocked. And they say blocked out. The point for Duke. See if Wake maybe wants to review that one. That was right on the line. And I think maybe not a bad one. Wake's just going to call a timeout with Duke having set point. Let's take another look. This was very close.
Yeah, tooled here right off the block. Yeah, outside.
Not as close as I thought. Definitely out.
Definitely out.
This year, would love to ace one here to claim the set. Floats one in. And out. White Kettle a bit too strong on the swing, and it's Duke who takes the opening set.
Duke been back and forth the entire first set, but you got to give. She's able to stay in her bed for a month. I mean, what a gift.
Wake Forest starts things here in set number 2. Demon Deacons trying to rally back, but Avery Hamlin gets Duke off to a nice start in set number 2.
This is another one as well who's trying to separate herself. This Duke roster, a lot of different outsides, a lot of different experience from the pins.
And Coach Nagel said earlier this year that the numbers don't really show how good Avery Hamlin's been playing. I think that's been more on display for Hamlin over this weekend. Duke by one. Hamlin tries again. Farrell up to play it. And once again in the middle, it's Khalees Hawkins.
Yeah, so fun for this freshman. I've noted too, she has such a hang time with her length, her high reach.
Service for Legita. Serves Williams in the back row. And Zubcevic puts it away. 7 kills for Zubcevic to tie the match high.
And just see on her face just how light she's playing, how free she's playing, and then, man, she can just put it away with a lot of power.
Served in by Brianna Goss. Crawford off the tip, dug out, and then dunked over. Guess who? Peck again for the Demon Deacons.
I'm telling you, I mean, as a freshman, wow. Already what she has done this year, the numbers that she's been able to put up, it's just tremendous. I love her quick swing. How about that? Just a nice overpass.
Hamlin with a big swing. And they'll give the point to Wake Forest here. Said that was out, no touch. So the Demon Deacons have the advantage. Emma Farrell, the ACC Freshman of the Year in 2022. And how about Farrell serving? Gives Wake a 2-point lead.
You know, and this is one too. Coach Jeff Holzmeyer was at Florida State previously as a head assistant. He joked with her when he got on campus, "You made my scouting report." Like, I just want you to know, like that not many liberos ever make the scouting report, but she did, and what a tremendous career she's had. A 4-year veteran at Wake Forest.
13th all-time in single-season school history last year with 478 digs. Finished 7th in the league in digs per set. And that consistent calming presence for Wake Forest. And the Blue Devils couldn't finish the block there. Goes as a kill for Peck. How about the 2 rookies? Peck for Wake Forest Zubcevic for Duke having the match high in kills.
It's so great having freshmen who are already contributing and just already at such a high rate. I mean, I think it's phenomenal. I think it's great. Also, just for this game, the game also with college sports, can just be very portal heavy. And these were just, grassroots freshmen that are just trying to make a name for themselves.
Kind of an old school feel.
I do. I love it.
Which it says something that we're talking about freshmen being kind of an old school feel.
Yes.
And the Blue Devils once again, the beneficiaries of a tough break for Wake Forest, pulls Duke to within 1. Powerful swing from Zubcevic. Wayne, the rookie, sliding over to play it as Bellows. And blocked. Gillian Malvo again. Her 3rd block of the match.
Yeah, this is a player who leads her team in blocks. You can just see she was able to get over, but also while in transition, while her feet are moving, able to get it and press back over.
Another good serve by Zubcevic. Finesse that time by Whitekettle. Tipped, and a point for Olivia Wayne. Back to the Duke block for a second, if we could. Coach Nagel for Duke talked about coming into the weekend the importance of having a good block, whether they block the ball or not, just the footwork to be able to touch a bunch of balls.
Yeah, and I think so much of that starts with your footwork. It starts with anticipation. It starts with getting positive touches. Not always will you get a complete clear block, but sometimes just even just slowing it down. There's so many positive touches that can happen at the net.
On the flip side, Coach Holzmeyer for Wake Forest, very disappointed in his block coming into the weekend.
Yeah, and I think for him, he just sees his front line, right? And he sees how big and tall they are. And he's kind of like, oh, we could be doing more. We could be doing better. And, he even spoke to us about just their middles not closing and just kind of being undisciplined there.
Gottschall, good play. Farrell setting it up for Legita. And more miscommunication by Duke. That's a hard ball for anyone to handle, but it goes back to what Coach Nagel was talking about, just need to communicate better.
Well, it's a tough one, right? Like, a lot of youth out there. We're talking 3 freshmen, maybe even 4 freshmen on the court right now. Like, who's going to step up? Who is going to be that voice?
Wake Forest with more damage from the service line, their 3rd ace of the match. Only 2 service errors for the Demon Deacons. Serve has improved for Duke today, too. Only 3 errors so far for Joey Nagel's team.
Don't speak too soon.
The announcer jinx for sure. Taylor Williams. And too much on that one. Duke asking for the tip. I think they'll get it. And the Blue Devils to within 1.
Yeah, I thought Taylor Williams did a great job on Friday night finding her deep corners. I think that's also a read. She's doing a great job seeing the floor on the other side.
Yeah, I jinxed it.
Yeah, you did. It's okay. We'll keep you.
9-7 Wake Forest. See the service errors. Williams serves it in. Wayne scores again for the Blue Devils.
Duke's doing a great job of siding out at a high rate. I think Wake Forest, they're not able to kind of get that run. I think like they're not able to separate themselves because they're not able to put the ball away 1, 2, 3 points in a row.
Down the line, Godshaw digs it out after a good swing from Whitekettle. A finesse play. Duke resets. And a missed set there. Once again, we go back to the setters for the Blue Devils. And I think this is one of the positions where Coach Nagel for Duke is looking for someone just to step up and say, I'm going to be your go-to setter.
Yeah, and I think that she's looking for that. And I think that through experience, that's going to come. I think Nikki Quinn, obviously, coming in. She's a redshirt sophomore. She's kind of having some good experience there. And Charlotte Glass, just a freshman. She's learning. Every single match is a learning curve, and I think she's doing well, but there's still going to be some bumps along the way.
And that's a little long. To your point with Charlotte Glass, I thought she had a really nice match on Friday against NC State.
I agree. I thought she even had some few nice setter dumps with a few kills.
2 kills, 21 assists in that match.
Yeah, and I love her height. I love a setter with height that they have a blocking presence, and I think she brings that as well. This is a team who had 21 total blocks on Friday night, so she brings that from the front row.
Blocked again, right on cue by Duke to tie it up.
And don't forget, it's the freshman Zubcevic. She's like, I want involved in a block party. How about that?
Throwing the party early in Durham on a Sunday afternoon. Baker. Now a back row attack from Crawford is too long. Just feels like Wake Forest a little out of sorts.
Yeah, definitely not able to honestly get in a rhythm. And this is a Paige Crawford who is, we're talking 17, 10, able to get double-digit kills on any given night. So, yeah, just not able to get in a rhythm.
Negative hitting percentage for Crawford, no kills, 4 errors now on 12 attacks. And maybe some of the credit there goes to Duke and the job the Blue Devils have done defensively.
Yeah, and just taking them out of rhythm, out of system, and having to do what they can. Paige Crawford, even on Friday night, 10 kills on 37 swings. Not even a 100 hitting percentage. So, again, this is one who's going to get a lot of swings. She's just got to mix it up.
Zubcevic had it denied. Zubcevic tries again. Oh, a great play by Legita to keep it alive, and Crawford cannot terminate. Blue Devils set up Zubcevic again, fights through the double block, but into the net goes Zubcevic. And Wake Forest, beg your pardon, they'll give Duke the point there. I thought for sure it was Zubcevic into the net, but that is not the call.
Nope, yep, somebody was in the net. Somebody was in the net. We'll go Zubcevic.
But Wake
on the follow through, maybe.
But Wake got the point there.
Maybe in the net owner follow through.
Could have been. And now the Demon Deacons by 2. It feels like a spot in the match, doesn't it, where Wake could make a little run and create some separation?
Yeah, this happened a little bit on Friday night where Duke was handing over points, right? Like they were having hitting errors and service errors and honestly just kind of handing points over to NC State. So, yeah, going to have to be careful to kind of stop any momentum.
Flipped over by Peck. Zubcevic terminates.
That'll do it. Just a great routine play. Ashby Zubcevic, just textbook. Just a beautiful swing.
Now Goss for the tie. Crawford grazes the top of the net, but gets the kill. Her first of the match.
She can finally exhale as she finally got her first kill. Hopefully that'll open some things up for her.
Now 6th in school history in career kills. What a storied career Crawford has had. Native of Wimberley, Texas. And now Zubcevic answers right back. How about the rookie and the vet going back and forth?
I mean, there is no answer for her right now. Playing with so much confidence and poise.
Hamlin serving for the tie. Blocked, kept alive by Farrell. Crawford sends it over. Gottschall helps set the Blue Devils up. Zubcevic had it blocked. Williams and Peck, and the Demon Deacons by 2 at the midway point of this second set.
Look at this block right here, setting up on Zubcevic. Peck doing what she can. Nice closing of that block as well.
Wake Forest denying the Blue Devils of a run. Demon Deacons trying to get back in it. They trail by a set when you return to Durham.
front row and back row. She is their go-to. Finally got her first one tonight, so hopefully with ease she'll be able to open it up here in this match.
Yeah, definitely hoping that that's the first of many that she will get in this match today, trying to help her team to their first ACC victory of the season. Wake Forest by 3 after the ace. Becca Bellows, the sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois, with her 16th ace of the season.
And this is something else that she is so good at. Second on the team in aces, one of their setters as well. It's a huge part of her game.
Wake Forest by 3, and a service error for Bellows. Talked about this a little bit on Friday night. It sort of comes with the territory, doesn't it?
Yeah, typically I think you ask a head coach, they want to kind of go to a 2-to-1 system, right? So for every 2 aces, there's going to be a miss. Typically doesn't always play out. I think Duke on Friday night was 3-to-1, right? Maybe
3-to-1 the wrong way.
Right, exactly.
2-point lead for the Deeks, and right in the middle, Riley Whitekettle gets the Neiman Deacons back to the service line and has a 3-point lead.
And she was another great get from the portal, wanting to come back to the East Coast from Topsail Beach, able to attend Wake Forest, and she was an all-conference USA player there.
Had a great career at New Mexico State, as you mentioned, all-conference. Redshirted last year, and has been a big part of what the Demon Deacons have done. Whitekettle, the first recruit for this Wake Forest program.
Yeah, and you can just see, again, her size, her height. I mean, man, she just plays at a high level. Love her physicality. She's been contributing as well at a high level for Wake Forest.
Barrow laying out for that one, and it results in the point there for the Blue Devils. What a nice job by Christina Barrow, who came in as a libero and made an instant impact. Godshaw has come out. Maybe the Blue Devils looking for a little change of pace with the libero.
Yeah, they can mix it up now. You can have 2 libero jerseys, which is kind of fun, gives different people an opportunity. So mixing it up a little bit.
There's Barrow, the senior out of Fayetteville, Georgia. Mylan Godshaw on the Duke side, spending some time with her head coach. Wake by 4. Demon Deacons trying to even up the match. Pinballed around and blocked by the Blue Devils. Duke refusing to go away, but Wake doing a nice job still of keeping Duke just at arm's reach.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can just see how much power they're going. A great swing from Legita, but Olivia Wayne, the right side, another freshman blocking.
Hawkins finds a soft spot in the middle of the Duke defense. It's just point for point here.
Is. You know, and it was funny too, Coach Jeff Holzmeyer even spoke about their non-conference, and you know, we're talking a really good non-conference. We're talking Alabama and Navy and Air Force. He noted earlier that often, he said it's just unfortunate sometimes that the match has to end at 25. You know, he's like, we could be the best team if we could go to 30 or 35, but that's just not how volleyball works. But he's got a lot of belief in his team.
I don't know that many people would have the appetite for making the matches longer.
I know, right? I know. But he did. He has that patience.
Patience is a virtue, and patience paying off there for Goss in the middle, gets Duke back to the service line. But he did say, and I think this speaks to a broader point of just the popularity of the sport now, and how much better it's fitting into the TV windows, and how much that has helped the growth of volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about just the viewership, how much even just the world is coming behind college volleyball, and just what a fun sport it is, and the attention it's getting.
Blue Devils get the point as Zubcevic answers back. Now Duke to within 2. Feels like such a crucial set with Duke having already taken the opening stanza. Wake a 2-point lead and Duke trying to claw back. Williams serves it in. Crawford the back row attack, and Wake leads by 3.
Yeah, that's where Paige is really good. She's kind of deceptive there in the back row. That senior, that lens, her wisdom back there, is able to see if she can roll shot over the block and often find some weaknesses.
Lauren Ingram in for the first time today. See Coach Nagel going deeper into her bench. Maybe trying to find a lineup that's going to give her some consistency. Duke's been a little out of sorts here in the second set, but Zepchevich has been nothing but perfect over this opening weekend. Another put away for the rookie. Her 12th kill already.
Yeah, can anyone slow her down? Someone find an answer for Ashby Zepchevich.
Zepchevich hitting over 400. Wake trying to answer with Crawford, and they do. Third kill for Paige Crawford, who was finding her rhythm in the second set. And Duke will call a timeout. By 3. Emma Farrell with the serve. Through the block, and Duke with another point. Gillian Malvo and Zepchevich both there for the Blue Devils.
And that's exactly what Duke is going to need to do to slowly claw back into this thing.
Avery Hamlin has the honor. Floats it to the back row. Crawford goes short and scores again.
Don't look now. Paige Crawford is in the building. 4 kills in this set alone.
Off to a really slow start and has really put the team on her back here in the second set.
Yeah, I mean, she's a winner. She knows exactly what needs to be done to win. I mean, look at her 4 kills just already in this set alone.
Served in. Off the roll to the back row. Farrell keeps it going. Crawford going to try again. Godshaw keeps it alive for Duke. Wayne punches it over. And the Blue Devils still have a heartbeat in the second set.
Little by little. Wasn't the prettiest right there, but Olivia Wayne, she's now still put it away.
Wayne, another talented freshman, getting overshadowed a bit by Zepchevich, who's having a monster rookie season. Crawford with the right hand. And it is set points for the Demon Deacons.
Paige Crawford using her power to her advantage right through the block.
Crawford serves and serves it long. Still set point for Wake. Feels like we've been alternating points for the last 10 or 12, doesn't it?
I agree. I've often had to look up to see who's ahead.
Very competitive match here in Durham this afternoon. A bit of a misplay there. Crawford just got to flip it over. Duke can set up in system. Wayne pulls Duke to within 1.
Yeah, great execution right there from Olivia Wayne. Any type of free ball situation, you terminate.
That's what we're being told.
I will take his word for it.
Barrows serving for the tie. And would you believe a service error gives Wake Forest the second set.
So nice to see her finally get going.
Wake with the first touch, and a bit of an awkward looking swing from Legita results in a point for the Blue Devils. Ingram continues to serve, the sophomore from Dallas. Coming back from a preseason injury, has been a big part of what Duke's done lately. Godshaw plays it from the back row. Set in the middle. Goss had it blocked. Hawkins again. 5th block for the Demon Deacons.
And that's where Hawkins, she is the true team's main threat at the net. She's got a little bit of hang time. That's her basketball days in her. Kind of waiting very patiently, disciplined for that block.
Majida serves it in, and an ace. The 5th ace for Wake Forest, and Coach Holzmeyer told us that the serve would be big for his team today.
Yeah, I mean, Legita's already had a lot of really good serves so far tonight. You can just tell it's kind of quiet, a little deceptive, got some spin on it, and it's hard to pass.
Another tough serve. Zepchevich could not terminate. Zepchevich will try again. Blocked in by the Demon Deacons. Freshman on freshman there. Sadie Peck puts Wake up 2.
Yeah, Sadie Peck. I mean, this freshman is just out of her mind. Look at her length. I mean, I want to know what she touches on a pole. How about that?
And now Legita can continue at the service line. I think it's an interesting point you brought up about the serve. It's right on cue. It's a service error. Don't have to necessarily have an ace to be serving tough.
No, no, no. I mean, I think some of it is spin. And what happens is when it comes off of your arms, it's difficult then to control. And then it's hard to then get 3 options on the front row.
That one skims over. Sets up Crawford. But the Blue Devils get one back. Crawford, to your point, maybe just trying to do a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think Coach Holzmeyer's had to free her up. I mean, she wants to win. She's a competitor, as any great student athlete is. And I think it's great now that she has some freshmen to help her out a little bit.
Zepchevich, had it blocked and then right off of her torso.
The Wake Forest block.
Which has been a point of frustration for the Demon Deacons, but not so much today.
No, no, and that's something too that is going to improve with time, game experience, reps, all of it, and what better time than this weekend.
Hamlin blocked again. Quinn sets it up. Gillian Malveaux unable to terminate. Flipped over by Baker. Gillian Malveaux again. Oh, and a scramble by the Demon Deacons comes up short.
That was a great serving or a setting option right there to go middles and a quick Wake Forest on their heels and unable to get that one.
Works out for the Demon Deacons there, kind of a short-armed swing. But Duke unable to complete the block. See the hitting percentage there. Wake not hitting great as a team. Credit to Duke's defense, but the Demon Deacons so far finding a way.
Yeah, they really are. I think both teams now that it's kind of one apiece, you're going to have to find a way, find a will to win, if you will, and they are. They're going to have to mix it up and be creative.
Just long from Becca Bellows. And I think, too, for Wake Forest, they can't give up a bunch of points at the service line either.
No, and I think that is a huge discipline for them. I think they know that. They've got to be disciplined, and I think they've been focused on that. That's a small part of their game, but not a huge thing.
Crawford, dug out by Godshaw. Williams with the right hand. Farrell keeps it alive. Touched in the middle again. Williams. Legita keeps it going. Now Crawford. Nice rally brewing. Tipped. And Olivia Wayne pulls Duke a little closer.
A great swing from the right-hand side. A phenomenal rally back and forth. But Charlotte Glass setting the right side. And in that deep corner, that's just a communication piece back there.
Good serve by Zepchevich. Wake Forest scrambles to get it over. And more miscommunication by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that right there is a lower set from Charlotte Glass. I mean, she knew it as soon as you can just see right here on the video. Look, it's tough, right? I mean, right into a blocking presence.
It goes back to what we've talked about for Duke with the setters, just trying to find someone to be that consistent setting presence.
Yeah, and it is. And Charlotte Glass is a freshman. It's going to have some growing pains, and hopefully she can just continue to learn as she grows.
Williams, unable to terminate. Legita creates some space. Back set, Wayne had it tipped. Godshaw laying out. Williams, yes! Into the back corner.
A long rally, Duke doing what they can. How about Godshaw laying out on that one? And then Taylor Williams just reading it like a book going down line.
One of the things Coach Holzmeier told us about the Blue Devils was, quote, they force you to play the whole court, and that was on display during that rally.
Absolutely. They're scrappy, they're smart, and they find a way.
Brianna Goss, who was big for Duke in the middle last year, comes up here and ties it up for the Blue Devils.
Another middle. Again, that overpass, just using her presence.
Gottschall for Williams. And Duke has the lead.
Taylor Williams, so savvy as a sophomore. I think she's grown so much as a player. Knows there's a big block on the other side, but she's swinging heavy, and she's trying to get heavy in those tall hands, and that tip was in her advantage.
And an ace for Mylan Gottschall. It's a 4-0 scoring run for the Blue Devils.
Definitely targeting Legita right now, and they're serving. You know, a bigger back row. You can just kind of see right now they're trying to go at her.
Williams. Legita, Gottschall, another good defensive play. Wayne tried to cross one. Back row attack, Crawford. Wayne, bit of a stutter step. More great defense. Farrell flips it over. Set for Williams. The long rally continues. And blocked. White Kettle gets the point and gets Wake back to the service line.
Another long rally. Duke won the last one. Wake Forest said, not again. White Kettle swinging. You see right there, there is a gap in the block. Duke has got to close those hands. They got to be in unison. Right there in the block, he was able to go down.
Set for Wayne, and she fights through the block attempt and gets the Blue Devils back on the board.
Olivia Wayne, just tremendous again. I mean, wow. Just contributing, another contributing freshman in this Duke lineup.
As we mentioned earlier, it gets a little overshadowed, though, by Ashby Zubcevic.
Yeah, maybe not as power, maybe
Sure.
not as loud, right? Like some of her kills as dynamic, but I mean, she's got 6 kills. I mean, she is contributing at a high rate right now in their lineup.
Brian Baker will have the honor for Wake Forest. Baker, who's been the primary setter for the Demon Deacons the last couple of years, has a phenomenal serve there, nearly resulted in the ace. Forces Duke to scramble to get that one over. Hawkins in the middle, couldn't finish the point. Now Williams has an opportunity, but it's blocked again. Olivia Fish, along with Khalees Hawkins on the block for the Demon Deacons.
Yeah, the Wake Forest block has come alive in this set. Khalees Hawkins and Fish for a team.
Williams now set up for Fish, and she swims home another point. Wake by 1. Good communication by the Demon Deacons. Fish now set in the middle. And the termination for Brianna Goss. These lengthy rallies that we're seeing, what's that a product of? Is it just how good the defense has been?
Yeah, and I think it's realizing, right? Everyone's kind of settling in, right? Both teams are settling in, and I think offensively it's getting tougher. The spots are becoming it's grittier. It's becoming who's going to be tougher. So it's going to be interesting here. Back and forth, point for point. Everyone kind of laying it all out.
1 point lead for Duke. Taylor Williams ready to serve again. Nearly back-to-back aces. That ball at the net, and it results in a point for Wake Forest. It's a dangerous ball for the Demon Deacons to play, but Peck played it perfectly and gets the point.
Yeah, she really did. I mean, she's a phenomenal right side, a really great touch. I think there's so much too. You got to be savvy over there, especially when you're really, really close to the pole.
and really close to out of bounds.
Hamlin terminates for the Blue Devils. Coach Nagel very high on Avery Hamlin, and her praise paying off today.
Yeah, she is able to kind of reach real high, able to contribute so much as a sophomore, bring some experience into this lineup.
To the back row by Gillian Malveaux, and I believe we're going to get a double called here. Wake ties it up at 13. No argument from the Blue Devils. Had a lot of reviews here on Friday night.
Oh, just a tad too many.
Set in the middle. Gillian Malveaux unable to finish after the great play by Farrell. Both liberos getting into the action. And Ashby Zubcevic answers right back. Her first kill of the third set.
I mean, a true playmaker. We're talking already as a freshman. Going cross court, Emma Farrell just doesn't have an answer.
Avery Hamlin to serve. Hamlin had 52 kills for Duke last year in 20 matches. She's already surpassed that number so far this year. Just the 13th game of the season. And Hamlin nearly put another point on the board for the Blue Devils. Now Hamlin sets it up for Zubcevic. But Wake Forest answers with the block.
Sadie Peck doing a great job covering her side. That's all you can do as a player, right? When the ball comes to your side, control what you can. And she is not allowing a lot to go through her hands.
Bellows puts it in play. Glass for Gillian Malveaux. No, too strong. Another hitting error. And Wake Forest takes the 15-14 lead. Stay with us. We'll have more from Cameron Indoor Stadium when you come back on ACC.
Crazy what the ACC doing already in the top 25 polls with Louisville and Pitt. I mean, this conference is just loaded.
Ashby Zubcevic with her 14th kill ties things up. Doesn't get any easier for the Blue Devils either. Duke's got a couple of rivalry games against North Carolina next weekend. Blue Devils and Tar Heels will meet in the midweek, and then we'll meet here at Cameron next weekend. Zubcevic serves it in. Off the roll. Williams couldn't put it away. Now Taylor Williams attacks.
Wow.
Oh, great effort by Farrell. And the Blue Devils get the point, but that is a phenomenal job by Farrell just to keep that point alive.
I mean, I literally believe that if the ball is hit anywhere in her vicinity, she's going to touch it. She was going to find a way to not only touch it, to get it up.
Zubcevic again at the service line. Denied by the Devils. Crawford tips it. Oh, it just got over. Crawford winds up again, blocked again.
Wow.
To the other side now, Wayne keeps it going. Gillian Malveaux to the back row. Crawford terminates for the Demon Deacons. What a rally.
We talk about Emma Farrell, and we highlighted her in the open because we're talking about the balls that she's getting up. Paige Crawford, the one finally able to put it away, but the defensive effort of Emma Farrell, her getting balls up, keeping them alive and in the possession is just tremendous.
All square at 16. Crawford serves. Taylor Williams blocked again. Duke can't get there. Demon Deacons back on top. What a fun set this has been.
Yeah, Wake separating themselves a little bit now with their block again, Chris. They're putting it away. They're not only slowing balls down, but they're making it difficult to play on the other side.
Already 10 blocks for Wake Forest this afternoon. In the middle, Gillian Malveaux had that one denied. Williams to Farrell. Oh, and what a swing from Williams. Good, from Whitekettle, beg your pardon, good grief. Riley
Wow.
Whitekettle.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Wow.
Timeout called by Duke after this powerful swing.
Yeah, true headshot right here. Whitekettle, man, using her size, physicality.
And that's one of the things Coach
Man.
Holzmeyer talked about. Victory. Demon Deacons leading by 2. Crawford serves. It's a tough ball to handle, and Wayne short-armed it into the net. Wake Forest will take a 3-point lead. And it really, Brittany, it continues to be an issue for the Blue Devils getting that good set.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think right now, I mean, I think Crawford is doing a great job serving the ball.
Yeah.
So I think their serve receive, it starts with that. It starts with a great first ball there.
But it's been a couple of
Yeah.
missed opportunities
It has.
from all the setters that Duke has used.
Correct. Charlotte Glass has kind of had a few missed opportunities too low at times, then also behind the hitter's hands, and the hitters have to adjust. And then it's not coming off their hands with a lot of strength.
Gottschall serves. Served it in. Right at the net. Williams in the middle. Puts Wake back in front by 3.
As Sana Williams is a really fun middle. Been very impactful. It's been huge for the Deacons, offensively and defensively.
Glass sets Williams. And an answer for the Blue Devils. 10th kill for Taylor Williams, one of 2 Blue Devils in double figures.
Back and forth. Duke doing a great job of just capitalizing there. Taylor Williams, she knows how to get a kill when her team needs it.
And long on that one, or was it tipped?
Yes, it
It
was.
was.
Yep.
Whitekettle again. Duke thought that was long, but they got the tip, and now Wake closing in on a 3rd set victory perhaps. Duke runs some personnel on late. Christina Barrow back in there for the Blue Devils. Baker to serve. Served into Hamlin. Hamlin gets a chance on the attack. Hits it long. And how about this Wake Forest club?
Yeah.
A totally different team than the one in the first 2 sets.
Yeah, and let's give some of that credit to Emma Farrell in
Sure.
the back row, who she's kind of that stabilizing factor, their foundation that's really keeping their ship afloat.
Wake by 4. Quinn in there to set for the Blue Devils. Sets Williams immediately and gets Duke back on the board.
Taylor Williams, a little bit of a hot hand right here, coming out of that timeout with a nice exclamation point. Really like her from the right side. She's really efficient in that rotation when she's hitting from the right side.
Williams serves it in to Crawford. Punched over in the middle by Hawkins. Now Zubcevic terminates and pulls Duke to within 2. Back-to-back points for Duke.
Here we go. Point for point.
That's out. Peck tried to hit line. It went out. Duke to within 1, and Wake Forest wants to talk about it.
Duke Forest not.
Served in, they target Crawford. Now off the block, Duke goes back to work with Avery Hamlin and pulls the Blue Devils even. 4 straight points for Duke.
Doing a great job offensively, putting the ball away. This time it's Hamlin. You see the break in the gap in the block for the Demon Deacons.
And Williams serves it a little long. Tough time to give away a point. And now it's Wake Forest in the driver's seat with a 1-point edge.
Another service error for Duke. Just again, time and score You see Jolene Nagel right there. Just not what she wanted.
9 service errors for the Blue Devils this afternoon after 16 against NC State on Friday. Wake leading by 1. Zubcevic with the right hand. And she evens it up. Kill number 16 for the phenomenal freshman.
And she does it again, and this time, again, a bump set. So off the net, out of system, doing what she can. Wow. Just tremendous for the freshman.
Wake Forest getting their personnel organized. Brianna Goss ready to put it in play. Short serve, Farrell plays it. Big attack blocked by the Blue Devils. They'll set up Crawford to even things out, to give Wake a 1-point lead. Set point for the Demon Deacons.
Crawford, why not go to the team leader in kills? I love this for her, doing what she can, setting it. Ryan Baker setting her up really well for a kill.
Farrell serves at the net. And the Demon Deacons claim the 3rd set. They survive the Blue Devil rally and
doing everything she can to kind of honestly keep the offense alive.
Wake Forest with the first serve, and right on cue, it's Zubcevic, the talented freshman, who puts the Blue Devils back on the board. 17 kills for Zubcevic. Had a career high against NC State of 21 here on Friday.
I mean, she is just lights out this afternoon.
Crawford on the back row. And another kill for Paige Crawford. She's 1 away from reaching double figures. And Crawford approaching double-double now. She's got 9 kills to go along with 6 digs.
Yeah, just a great afternoon for her. A true 6 rotation player, getting it done front and back row. Her last go around, obviously now as a senior, a lot of aspirations for her this season.
Gottschalk receives the serve. Hamlin had it tipped. Great defensive play by Duke. Quinn and Gottschalk now in the middle, a big swing for Hawkins. And maybe the 2 big defensive plays put the Blue Devils on their heels a little bit.
It did. I mean, they were all over the floor, right? And kind of out of rhythm, out of system. And then it's even tougher when you go back middle, and Khalees Hawkins with that dynamite kill.
Legita serves it to the back row, and Ingram. Here's Zubcevic. Goes cross court and scores again.
A great angle. Man. I mean, look at this. Again, setting off the net, and she's just flying through the air, cross court. That's just tough to defend.
Crawford calling for it. It's just flipped over by Baker. Gottschalk plays it for Zubcevic. There's Farrell for Crawford. I think we've said that a time or two over the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Farrell to Crawford. 3-2, Demon Deacons.
Yeah, Crawford with the big answer there. You know, as a senior, she's been through a lot of wars, been through a lot in this program, a true veteran. Man.
Served in. Zubcevic fights through and ties it up. Credit to Wake Forest. They have really served it tough today and haven't given away a lot at the service line.
They've done a great job serving tough, serving deep at times, getting Duke kind of on their heels a little bit, and just being aggressive, you know, not being perfect, just being very aggressive.
Served into Legita. Gotcha off the tip for Wayne now, and it's Duke who leads by 1. Feels like this is going to be another one of those back and forth sets, doesn't it?
All the way to 25.
Big swing by Williams. And Wake right back to the tie. We haven't talked a lot about Williams and the impact that she has had.
Yep.
Coach Holzmeyer said he'd like for her to be a little more involved in the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's honestly their biggest challenge, too, is getting the middles involved, and that comes from a good first ball. It comes from really controlling their side and also their setters, being able to balance the offense. Talked a lot about he would love middles, right side, and outside, a 33, 33, 33, all the way across offense.
I think every coach would probably like a balanced attack.
That's right.
Godshaw free balls it over. Set for Crawford. And Crawford puts Wake back in front.
Yeah, Crawford doing a great job, especially when it starts to be a longer rally. She knows she's hungry for a kill.
11 kills for Crawford in really 2 sets. She didn't have any in the first set. And Wake with another dagger at the service line. Bellows with another ace.
And this is one, too, who's up on the team in aces, second on the team, and a nice little part of her game.
And her second ace today as well. Wayne. A big swing and nothing Bellows could do with that one. Breaks the Wake scoring run, and Godshaw will try to find some momentum for Duke at the service. Duke has so many weapons. We've talked about Wayne, of course, and the middles, and Zubcevic, Taylor Williams. Wake's been able to hold them at bay so far. Crawford, a big weapon for the Demon Deacons, unable to finish. Goss had it punched back. Now Wayne. Wayne again.
Oh.
Headsy play by the rookie.
Say right back at her. That was a great location. You're told often in volleyball, find your corners. And she found it.
Bellows tips it back. Whitekettle sent it over. Now Taylor Williams for Duke. Drives it home and puts the Blue Devils ahead. 12th kill for the sophomore.
Look at Williams here, again from a bump set. Nice cross-court angle. Paige Crawford doesn't have an answer.
Gottschall's found a rhythm at the service line for Duke. Wake trying to end the rhythm here. Sent over by Godshaw. Set for Crawford. And not much Zubcevic could do there. Seemed like a bit of a mishit.
Well, it's hard too, right? Like
hard ball right at her.
I mean, Paige Crawford sometimes I feel like it comes off the palm of her hand and it doesn't spin. Like I mean, it's almost like a line drive in baseball, right? That it's thrown back at the pitcher or hit back to the pitcher. That's what I feel like it would be like defending her balls.
I want no part of that, thank you. Blocked by Duke. Williams off a tip. Farrell sends it to the front row. Williams a couple cracks at it.
It's a lot of tips.
Legita unable to terminate. On a missed set, Williams gets it over. And another kill for Riley Whitekettle.
Whitekettle was really big in the third set, carrying it over. Now she's one, too, that is just so impactful with her size to get the Demon Deacons going.
Short float serve that time by Crawford. Oh, and another one for the Demon Deacons. Wake by 2.
Yeah, that right there is what you call putting a roof on it.
9-7 Wake Forest. Williams the target on the serve receive. Goss flings it too long. More unforced errors by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and right here it's coming involved keeping balls alive.
Wake leading by 3. Demon Deacons already up a set. Duke trying to answer back. Crawford tracks it down. Farrell sends it over. Wayne finesses one. Farrell with another good defensive play. White Kettle couldn't terminate initially. Now Godshaw, another long rally brewing.
It is.
White Kettle sliding over to make the play for Duke was Murr. Now blocked, out, and the Blue Devils do break the rhythm.
It's Olivia Wayne again, this time her name being called. She's been great from that right side for another kill. She's approaching a double-digit kill night.
And another service error for Duke. That is the 10th service error for Duke. And still more volleyball to go, but 26 service errors for Duke over this weekend combined.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Definitely keep you up at night, that's for sure.
Imagine that'll be part of the practice plan this coming week for the Blue Devils.
1A and 1B.
Yes. I think the block, though, has been shored up by the Blue Devils.
Yeah,
that was something Coach Nagel talked about coming in. Williams off the tip, couldn't finish at home. Great defensive play by Godshaw. Here's Avery Hamlin, and another block for the Deacons. Khalees Hawkins once again for Wake.
Yeah, that combo over there, her and White Kettle, I mean, that's pretty tremendous. Look at this length. I mean, they're almost, you want to create a wall as a blocking presence up there, and that's exactly what that was.
12-8 Wake Forest. Hamlin goes short. Tremendous play again by Bellows. Here's Williams. Bellows again keeps it alive. Hamlin. And Duke down 3.
Hamlin right there, pretty smart. Wake Forest all out of sorts on this side of the floor, but a nice tool to get the point.
Taylor Williams gave the Blue Devils some great run at the service line late in that third set, trying to do that here to get the Blue Devils back in it. And the Blue Devils do get the point. Duke to within 2. All right.
That's why we're up here.
Also should note that the cameras they have for the replay are different than the ones that we see here at home. Obviously, if they had our crew, they would have been able to see that.
Of course.
Best in the business, our
best.
crew is. Another look at this last point for the Blue Devils.
Yes, Ashby Zubcevic. She's like, I want in on the block party.
And an ace for Taylor Williams. Ties it at 12. And Wake will call timeout. Duke has scored 4 in a row to tie it up at 12. Oh, Blue Devils in the midst of a 4-0 spurt with Taylor Williams at the service line. Wake trying to quash the momentum, and they do. Right on cue, Riley White Kettle answers for the Deacons.
Yeah, that was nice right there. Really in system. A beautiful pass from Paige Crawford. And White Kettle down line. I mean, that's just textbook right there.
Wake by 1. Lauren Ingram in for Duke, giving Taylor Williams a break. Baker to serve. Nearly an ace. Quinn tips it back, but nothing that she could do with that. That first touch was just so tough for the Blue Devils.
And again, that comes down to really competitive serving, and we're talking Ryan Baker right now, who's serving tough, who really, you've got to be low on this serve receive. Look at that.
Zubcevic terminates again.
I mean, Zubcevic about to have another career high.
She's at 20 kills. Remember, she set her career high of 21 last time out.
It's just crazy. I mean, just in one weekend alone, she just keeps moving the goalpost.
But that's what you want for all your players to do, isn't it?
Yep, just keep getting better and better. It's just fun to see from a freshman.
Dumped over, and Ngazi Elo with her first kill of the afternoon. Elo, who was such a big part of Duke's win on Friday, has been quiet this afternoon, but gets involved there.
Yeah, I mean, I think for her too, she's just got to stay in the moment, see where, you know, I think tonight the setters have been off the net. Haven't been able to get the middles involved.
Blocked. Quinn sets up Hamlin. And the Blue Devils take the lead. quietly 9 kills for Avery Hamlin.
Yeah, Hamlin's been great from both pins. Just showcasing how she can go cross-court, line, variety of ways.
A scramble for Duke. Zubcevic flips it over. Elo has a touch. Zubcevic. Oh, Farrell with a great dig. Quinn keeps it alive. Hamlin. Wake scrambling to the ball. Now Peck. And it's Wake that's into the net. And the Blue Devils by 2.
Duke on another 3-0 scoring run. They had a 4-0 run a few moments ago before the break. So, tell you what, they're carrying a lot of momentum right now.
Must-win set for Duke to force a 5th and deciding set at Cameron this afternoon. Blocked by Elo to the back row and too long.
You know, some of Duke's errors, a lot of them have just been unfortunate. They're out wide. Even some of their setters, kind of those missed sets of just some of those things that, they could have been corrected.
Such a small margin of error. Hamlin had that one denied. Quinn rolls over. Zubcevic keeps it alive for Godshaw.
Wow.
And Godshaw finishes. Defense to offense for Duke.
She'll take it. Anyway, anyhow, that's how we'll find our offense. How about an elbow? How about an arm? Look at that roll shot. Nice and easy. That's a kill.
First of the year for Godshaw, as you might imagine. And an unfortunate time for an error. Wake only down 1. It's 11 service errors for Duke so far in the match. There's Emma Farrell. Just that steady heartbeat of this Wake Forest club. Served in, Millie Murr at the net. Touched out by Wayne. Millie Murr, the team captain for the Blue Devils, the only captain. And there is the setter. Coach Nagel just still trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they've been running a 6-2 as well. So 2 setters, always having 3 hitting options. But again, it's also been a variety of setters. It's been Nikki Quinn, Charlotte Glass, and obviously now Millie Muir.
Duke still leading by 1. Zubcevic to serve. Blocked again by Duke. And Ghazi Elo in the fray for the Blue Devils.
It's a really great wall right here from Taylor Williams and Elo. Nice and controlled and taking away a really good peck.
I think it was actually Williams that got the block there for the Blue Devils. Ooh, and that one just a little long.
$12 total service errors today.
Probably too many if you ask Coach Nagel.
I think a little too many, yeah.
1 point lead for Duke. Murr sets up Wayne, and Wayne gives the Blue Devils a 2-point lead. 11 kills now for Olivia.
Really great realization right here. Look, and she had kind of pancaked it. So really great.
Godshaw on the serve receive. Wayne tries again, and no debate of that one. A kill for Olivia Wayne.
You know, Olivia Wayne in this set alone has opened up the right side. She's been finding weaknesses all night long on that cross court.
Her 11th kill. Blue Devils by 2. Here's Crawford. And Crawford hits it a little long.
Foot on the gas all set long, and here they are trying to get to 25 first.
See if the Blue Devils can close it out. Wake trying to rally back. They've got Crawford right in the middle. She could not terminate. Muir had a great defensive play. White Kettle out. And Wake will not ask for the challenge. Remember, they've lost their ability to review, I believe, this set anyway because of the 4 touches they reviewed earlier. Beg your pardon, they gave the point to Wake Forest a moment ago, saying that it was actually in and not out. It was touched.
Wow.
So 21-19. Blue Devils didn't challenge it either. Wayne hits it long. And all of a sudden, Wake Forest to within 1. I believe it should be 21-20 in favor of the Blue Devils. The in-house scoreboard is incorrect. And I think that's what Coach Holzmeyer is asking, to make sure that everything is correct. It is now.
All right, ready to go.
Crawford serves it in. Mirror setting up Wayne, goes short, pancaked by Farrell.
Yeah, it is.
Murr again in the middle for Goss. Farrell digs it out. Off the tip, Legita ties it up for Wake. How about?
Yeah, her service pretty lethal.
Last 3 points that belong to Wake. Godshaw over to play it. Back row, Zubcevic. Oh, it hits the net and gets over. And Zubcevic has tied her career high with her 21st kill.
Got to give it to Duke, taking something from nothing. Again, a ball off the net, and Ashby puts it away.
At the net, tipped back. Duke wanted an over violation there, didn't get it. Murr off the roll. Goss gives Duke a 2-point lead. Worked out for the Blue Devils. They thought that Wake might have come over the net, but Duke still gets the point. Wayne serves again and serves it out. Just feels like for Duke, those service errors are at the most inopportune times.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, it's a possession. I mean, you're literally just giving up the ball. It's just like in the game of basketball, right? When you have a turnover and you're just losing the opportunity to score.
23-22. Duke by the slimmest of margins. Hamlin hit it into the block. Duke resets. Hamlin again. And Wake has tied it up.
Don't go anywhere.
Remember, first to 25, have to win by 2. Could be headed for some extra volleyball in the 4th set.
Some extra innings?
Crucial point here. Williams gives the Blue Devils the advantage. Set point for Duke. A Baker's dozen, 13 kills for Taylor Williams.
Yeah, she's just been dynamic all afternoon. Really steady, very low errors, only 3 on the afternoon. She's just been a really stabilizing force for Duke today.
Williams serving for the set. And Wake Forest stays alive. Riley Whitekettle. Have an afternoon. 8th kill for Whitekettle, who's been a big part of the Wake attack in this set.
You know, she has also been through a few wars. Obviously now a grad student. Just brings a lot of experience to that front line.
Baker serves. Advantage Duke. Set point for the Blue Devils. It's Brianna Goss. Serves it in. They'll set it up. Vegeta couldn't terminate it, but ends up getting the point.
Back and forth.
25-25. Blue Devils couldn't handle that ball.
That's right. Yeah, it's tough. And she kind of did a little bit of a roll shot there. So, I mean, you got to give it to her. A nice read and mix up offensively.
Zubcevic dug out by Farrell. Crawford. Godshaw scrambles. Zubcevic puts it over. A set for Crawford. And the advantage to Wake Forest.
Really great defense, both sides. Emma Farrell dug that one up. Go to your leading scorer, Paige Crawford.
Now match point for Wake Forest in this seesaw fourth set. Dunked over by Hawkins, and it's a Demon Deacon victory.
A first win, ACC for Jeff Holzmeyer.